Where do you think RJ should be moving? What should RJ be doing?
That's a really difficult question for me to answer. I can say that as long as RJ is moving, and if it's going to keep moving, RJ needs to be integrated fully with other liberation movements.
Well, I think it needs to be implemented more in churches as well. I think that it need in the religious institutions, not only the churches, the masjids, the mosques, different places, the synagogues, all places of that sort.
Yeah, it has to go beyond the USA. That's my prayer, and I hope one day it has already started, but I think we need more. We have a lot to do on that. Yeah.
Anywhere human interactions are going, justice needs to be present. And if you believe any environment should be filled with justice, that's where RJ needs to be.
RJ should be going everywhere, all around the world, and for real, because like RJ is like it could change lives to me. Because I didn't have RJ in school when I got suspended, and like I feel like it would have made a big difference. I wouldn't be here today without RJ.
Wherever it's called to be, that's the beauty of it, right? You plant a little seed and it spreads. That's how it happened in Brazil. It's very inspiring. A lot has been done with very little resources, and I hope it keeps going that way so that we can find out how creative people can be when they learn about RJ.
So I hope to see it go in an inclusive direction, regardless of which direction it might be, just to make sure everyone has a voice and everyone's included, which is what restorative justice is supposed to be anyway.
In terms of where RJ should be going and the development process of it, I would love to see it more in the school community.
I think RJ has the potential to and should go toward the things that are actually disruptive to the system as it is. That's where I think RJ needs to be heading intentionally.
Building ties and collaborations and maybe merging with the racial justice movement. I think actually that if it fails to do that, then it will replicate the same power dynamics and the same power hierarchies that we have now.
Well, I think it's moving exactly where this conference is taking it, and that's to building a social movement. What we're seeing here are the intersections of so many different organizations, principles, movements, and ideas now meeting to take restorative justice in a direction and to a level that I think even the founders and even some of the original proponents of it probably never even envisioned. So I'm very excited about that.
I mean, when we started, I had no idea it would be what it is today. Not only the geographic spread, but the domains of, when we started, we were working in the criminal justice arena. Now schools and people talk about it as a way of life. And just in the last couple of days, a number of people have told me how restorative justice transformed their lives. So I'm really pleased. I mean, it's going all over, and that's what it ought to do. And people ought to find their own connection to it, their own vision of it, their own expression of it, and it needs to move into another generation. We're seeing some of that happen here. So I'm really amazed at where it's going.